Why smart people keep making bad money. Decisions. Have you ever noticed something strange? Some of the smartest people you know are also the most financially stressed. They're educated. They have stable jobs. They make decent salaries. Some even earn well above average. And yet, many of them still feel stuck. Every month becomes a race to the next paycheck. So what exactly is happening? How can intelligent people continuously make bad money decisions? The answer is uncomfortable, because intelligence and financial intelligence are not the same thing, and most of us were never taught the difference. Let's imagine someone very ordinary. Meet Daniel. He's 31 years old and lives in London. He works in marketing and earns the equivalent of around $65,000 a year after taxes. Objectively, that's a good income. 10 years ago, many people would have considered this a financially secure life. But Daniel doesn't feel secure. Every month, his money disappears. His rent costs him $2,000. His car payment is $450. His student loan takes another $350. His subscriptions add up to $100. Groceries cost around $500. Eating out and coffee runs take another $300, a few online purchases here and there. Weekend activities, a gym membership, a new phone every couple of years. Nothing extreme, nothing irresponsible, and yet somehow he's left wondering where his money went. This isn't because Daniel is bad at math. It's because modern financial pressure doesn't look dangerous anymore. It looks normal. That's the first mistake smart people make. They assume normal equals affordable. But those are two completely different things. Just because millions of people are financing cars, upgrading phones, and carrying credit card balances doesn't mean those decisions are financially healthy. Social acceptance often disguises financial risk, and smart people are especially vulnerable because they believe they can outthink the problem later. They tell themselves, "I'll earn more next year. My next promotion will solve this. I deserve to enjoy life after working this hard." These statements sound rational, but they're often emotional decisions wearing logical clothes, and that's where the real problem begins. Psychologists call this lifestyle inflation. As income rises, spending quietly rises alongside it. The apartment gets nicer. The vacations become more expensive. The car gets upgraded. The daily habits become more luxurious. But happiness doesn't increase at the same pace. Expectations do. Think about it this way. Imagine someone gets a raise of $1,000 per month. At first, that sounds significant. But then reality happens. A nicer apartment adds $400. A newer car adds $300. Dining out more often adds another $200. Suddenly, the entire raise has disappeared. From the outside, their life looks better. From the inside, nothing changed. They're still dependent on every paycheck. This cycle is incredibly common across the United States and Europe because our economies are built around consumption. Every day we're exposed to thousands of subtle messages. Upgrade, improve. Reward yourself. You deserve more. The problem is that nobody asks a simple question. At what cost? Financially intelligent people think differently. They don't ask, "Can I afford the monthly payment?" They ask, "What is this decision? Costing my future self?" Those are very different questions. Let's use simple math. Suppose someone spends $600 every month on a car payment for 5 years. That's $36,000. Now imagine instead that $400 of that amount was invested every month into a simple long-term investment averaging 7% annually. Over 20 years, that could become more than $200,000. The issue isn't the car itself. The issue is opportunity cost. Every dollar spent today is a dollar that cannot work for you tomorrow. And smart people often underestimate this because humans naturally focus on immediate rewards. Our brains are not designed to prioritize benefits that are 20 years away. They're designed to solve today's problems. This is why high intelligence doesn't protect us. Doctors struggle with debt. Engineers struggle with debt. Lawyers struggle with debt. Highly educated people are not immune, because financial mistakes are rarely caused by a lack of intelligence. They're caused by social pressure, delayed consequences, and emotional decision-making. The scary part is that these decisions don't hurt immediately. They compound quietly. 5 years pass. Then 10 years. Suddenly, someone in their early 40s realizes they've been earning good money for 2 decades but haven't built much wealth, not because they were reckless, but because they never questioned the system they were participating in. Financially intelligent people eventually make one important shift. They stop treating money as a reward system and start treating it as a decision-making tool. They become less interested in looking successful and more interested in becoming resilient. They don't try to impress strangers. They buy themselves freedom, freedom to change careers, freedom to take time off, freedom to say no to jobs they hate, because real wealth often looks surprisingly boring. It rarely looks flashy. It rarely goes viral. And it rarely attracts attention, but over time, it creates something far more valuable than status. It creates peace of mind. And perhaps that's the biggest lesson. Here, smart people don't stay financially stuck because they're bad with money. They stay stuck because they unknowingly follow a financial script that society hands to them. The good news is that awareness changes everything. You don't need to become richer overnight. You don't need a side hustle. You don't need extreme frugality. You simply need to start questioning decisions that everybody else considers normal, because sometimes the smartest financial move is not earning more. It's thinking differently about the money you already have. If you enjoyed this type of calm, reality-based analysis, consider subscribing for more videos about the psychology behind money.